Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian. Welcome back to HOI 4 as we're playing as Germany. Alright, so I went ahead and set up our air wings, moved some to southern France as well as to the Italian peninsula. Also got some tactical bombers providing support in Ukraine. We don't have enough fighters to help out there, unfortunately. All of our fighters are busy. So last episode, you may recall that we've had a lot of progress here in France. Of course, we are moving much slower than we generally would be, just due to the large number of fronts we're fighting on, but also the large number of countries that we're fighting against. So like France has far more support than they usually would. I almost don't want to do that attack because we're about to get these guys cut off. So instead, let's bring these tanks in here. Probably have this guy grab this location. And could just cut off that one division, or we could attack over here and cut off these guys as well. We'd have to take this province here. Trying to cut off and completely wipe out as many divisions as we can. Let's have these guys support, and we'll also go ahead and get behind them if possible. Unfortunately, we're not winning here, so you know what? Let's pull this guy back because he wouldn't be as much assistance because the organization's kind of low. And then we'll have this unit here support them and maybe have a few more units come down here. We already got this guy, but we can bring another one into the area as well. So just trying to push forward in Italy, and we do need to dip over to our other fronts because here I changed up our front lines. So here we just have 4 divisions covering these 3 provinces. We don't actually need that many, so let's go ahead and move another one over to here with the attempt to try and push forward on this front, because thus far we haven't really been able to do anything on this front. Let's send all these guys on the attack because we have some allied troops that can help hold the province so we don't get cut off, or that's the hope anyways. We also brought some additional troops over here, so let me see if they can't get the win. Looks like we send all 3. One of them is just supporting an attack. Then we should be able to get a victory there and cut off these 3 divisions. This province here is undefended, as is that one. So push forward. Bring some additional divisions over there to take advantage of that opening. And we also need to take a look at the situation here where we are in a bit of trouble, because we got to get this port taken over, and we have troops here that unfortunately about to be forced to retreat. Yeah, it looks like they'll lose and then they'll retreat over to here, but as long as we win in this province, that's what matters. We have another tank unit almost here, but it doesn't have any organization, so we won't be able to do anything when it first arrives. We have a few notifications up here. We got some free dockyards. We don't really need more convoys, so let's get another line of the light cruisers. We'll see if there's any adjustments we need to make to this. I don't think we have any of the new guns. We probably don't have anything that we actually need to change. I don't remember when the last time we went in here and checked all this, so we'll go through all of them. I mean, we haven't really been getting the naval techs, so yeah, most of this is going to be up to date with what we have access to, so we don't need to make any adjustments there. And I believe we're using the escort fleet for these. Actually, it seems we're using the raiding fleet, so let's go and make that adjustment. And then we'll just put any new dockyards we get into this production line, and we'll go and have them deploy there once they're finished up. Alright, so both these tanks are attacking here, so they do not have a port to evacuate. So we will be able to destroy both of those 2 divisions. I did forget to get the trait for the light aircraft designer. So this is the one we're going to want to get for the production efficiency game, but also to get that higher research bonus. So that will not require us to update the designs, since there's no changes to the actual designs. Alright, let's go and take this location here, and it seems that 1 unit did evacuate, so what we can do is have this paratrooper unit go ahead and take that province, while this tank will be moving into this one here. And since we also won there, but we'll have to connect with this location in order to cut off those 2 divisions. We pretty much decided to not advance here, outside of maybe taking over that location if we can. Yeah, clearly this one's not going to work out, so let's go ahead and stop that. These troops are cut off, so let's get them destroyed. And so let me see if we can't get this guy cut off here. So we'll attack with one division while these guys will support, and then our tank's going to be moving forward because we want to take over more provinces here. Let's go ahead and have these tanks push forward. And it looks like we will not be able to cut that guy off unless we attack him and lock him down. And even that probably won't be enough. Okay, so this guy was trying to leave here. Still got to get this division destroyed. A lot of these guys don't need to be here. So let's send them over to a different front. And then what we want to do is take all of these tank units and move them over here and get rid of this that front line, since we don't really need to cover it. Let's take a look at the situation over here. So these guys did get pushed back over to this location. I mean, he's just about to retreat now. It does seem that we also did not win there, and we're about to be attacked here. But let me just send these guys before they do that. Yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle here. If we don't win and take that province, these guys will retreat over to here, and I don't know if those three divisions will be able to hold it. And if they can't, then they'll get destroyed. So they're attacking us, we're defending fine, but we have not yet taken the port there. We might need to do something else. These provinces are covered. Let's send additional divisions over to this province, because we need some assistance, guys. And we have allied divisions that can cover much of that territory for us. So we'll see if we can get there in time. We've almost won here. So then we'll be able to try and get some divisions cut off there. We haven't won here just yet. In fact, it looks like they're going to move a unit over there. So let's attack them to lock them down so we can get this done a little bit quicker. Let's go and advance into this territory where it's not currently defended. Try and get up behind these guys. Might be a little tricky to do with the number of divisions that we currently have there. Let's take a look at Italy. So we did lose these battles, unfortunately. So they're looking much stronger on this front now. We can cut that guy off. But yeah, this is not going the way I would have liked. Let's make sure we don't lose Venice. And also, they don't seem to be getting a planning bonus, so that would be helpful. So let's make sure we draw one out there. Coming back to the Maginot Line. So we've won and taken over these two provinces. Now we need to grab that one. Again, these are not part of the Maginot Line, so therefore we can attack there and not have to worry about fortification penalties. We're just going to try and push them into these fortified locations. And once the French capitulate, there'll be less divisions defending there. Alright, so the tanks moving forward, grabbing this territory. We took this one here. Yeah, I don't know that we're actually getting anybody cut off there, because these tanks are about to lose. Almost got those guys destroyed. This pocket here has been finished up. Alright, excellent. Let's have these guys move over to this location next. So yeah, they do not have a lot of divisions here in France to hold us. We're just waiting to get our own troops over there. And you know what, we can take all these guys and put them over here. Maybe have one guy try and grab that, just in case we can get there faster than this one. Though it looks like that's not the case, so might as well just have them all go over to this frontier. And we also want to make sure we don't lose this. And we'll need to wipe out that unit, so need divisions to do that. Alright, so we have taken this province, excellent. So a lot of different things we can do now, including taking this important victory point. So we're going to want to go after that, but I'm seeing that this location here is not well defended. We'll see if we can get there before these other units do. Probably not. This one's really weak. Then we'll send one division, or in fact we'll probably have to send two over there. Unless we attack here. Okay, that'll work. The reason why I was sending two was because I saw that some units were moving over there. So we're now having some success in that area. It looks like all of our attacks here got stopped. Yeah, we'll go and send these two divisions over to here. They got more divisions in that area. Still winning here. But we've got to keep these guys locked down. Okay, there we go. Excellent. So these troops are now cut off, and we don't need to cover from across the river. Let's go ahead and do our attacks here. And then we get the additional troops over in this area. Which I guess we don't have to do this. Let's support this attack. We should be able to hold out in that location. And look alright at the moment. Yeah, it just went green, so I think we should be okay. Let's make sure these tanks are pushing forward into these undefended provinces here. So now it's just a matter of waiting to get our divisions to the front line. A lot of them are still, you know, arriving. We should dip back over to here, see what the situation is. So we've already lost one division. We should probably stop this attack because we need to focus on the defense. Yeah, I don't think we're going to save them. I think we're going to lose 3 divisions, guys. So that is a significant loss. It's 2 tank divisions and 1 infantry. So that's probably the biggest defeat in the war thus far, was my attempt to you know, cut these guys off here. It just didn't work out. Real shame. Looks like we're, yeah, going to lose both of those divisions. So that'll be 3 divisions that we lose. So it did not go the way I would have liked. Alright, so this tank moving really rapidly here. But we'll soon be freeing up a lot of divisions once we get the French to capitulate, which should be here very soon. Not seeing anything else we can do over here just yet. These guys are cut off. Right, excellent. So let's go ahead and now send 2 of them to destroy them. Then this guy will come over here. This guy will go over here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks solid. So we could try and cut those guys off because they're pretty weak. I wanted to cut off all of these, but it doesn't look like that's going to work out for us. So let's go ahead and send this guy and this guy. And then we'll support. So far I have not had any success taking this province. Really surprised. Okay, well I'll turn green there for a minute. We'll let them get their organization up higher and then we'll launch the attack again. So we did take over Sofia, excellent. Also 1 there. We're losing here though. But we need to continue the attack in order to, you know, let's go ahead and have these guys go here. And reduce this since we have allied divisions to cover that for us. But yeah, we need to help out with that defense. So keep the attack going. We did sink some convoys here. And there's probably a lot in this area as well. We lost our own convoys, but remember, we sent our convoys around the British Isles. We have locked down this area. So hopefully that should help us out when it comes to our tungsten issues. Well, the naval route efficiency certainly has gone up a lot. When we started today's episode, it was at 67%, and so now we're at 85% in Chile and only 75.3% when it comes to Japanese one. I don't know where all they're hitting us. A lot of convoy battles over here. Yeah, we continue to sink a bunch of those. And it looks like we sunk a submarine, or, well, we didn't sink a submarine, but our side sunk one. And then we also had the battles up here in the far north. We continue to sink all those troop convoys, which are, I think, going to help the Soviets, like through that port, because they don't really have any other ports to help them with, because they can't go through the Bosphorus Straits, since our side controls those. And therefore the only ports to, because they can't go through here either, so the only ports to send assistance to Soviets is this one here. And so I think that's the reason why we're destroying so many troop convoys in that area. Looking at our control of the skies, doing pretty good everywhere where we want to, though we can see that the enemy has sent more planes into the Eastern Balkans where we really only have those super old fighters. Italy here, we don't have many planes assigned there just yet. Trying to finish up with the Alpine region before we send more planes there. I suppose what we could do is have them taken off the logistics strike and instead do the close air support. And we should be controlling this region, yeah. Southern France looking pretty good. We've almost got the victory against the French. Shouldn't have to take over too much more before they surrender. Let's go ahead and dip back over to, is it this frontier? Yeah, we still hold that location, but yeah, it's not going well, guys. Let's send another unit to assist. That's still not going to be enough. I'm surprised at how well they're holding out here in this port. Those units are so weak. But if we could take that over, which I think we should be almost there as well. Yeah, as soon as we win the battle, we'll take the province, and that'll give these guys somewhere to retreat to. So we just got a win there, but unfortunately, having a lot of difficulty. So it doesn't look good at the moment. So this is a mountain province, so probably not the best location for us to try and cut these guys off. Probably won't be able to cut them off, honestly. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot we can do here. And what matters at this point in France is just getting them defeated. Just forcing their capitulation so we don't have to fight the divisions any longer. Because there's a lot of French divisions up along this front. We'll still have to fight the Italians and the British that are in the area. Looks like we are not going to win these battles. Okay, so we'll have to stop those. Remember, once the French capitulate there, we'll have to fight the divisions defending the forts. So we did get a lot of military factories in today's episode, because I had actually set these up so we wouldn't have to come in here for some time. We're losing a lot of trucks, or we're just using a lot of trucks, but the infantry equipment, we're certainly losing a lot of that. We had a huge stockpile, and that is no longer the case. So we want to avoid getting onto the Spanish border for now, because then that will kind of activate the AI, let them know that their territory is in danger. And then they'll come over here, and we don't want them over here just yet. Let's finish up the French first. They were kind of stalling out in a lot of these areas. You know, France is going well, but here in Italy, having difficulty. I forgot about this frontier. Leningrad has fallen. So it seems that Finland is doing well on their fronts. We'll have to take a look at that. We are struggling over here to hold this territory, and we didn't really do anything yet. We took some provinces, but we haven't cut any divisions off, so that hasn't gone well either. Still trying to get these units here destroyed. What we can do is assist with this attack to get that done a little bit quicker. And let's take a look at the situation here. So these guys are still holding out, just barely. These guys are attempting to leave. Let's make sure they do not. Some of the tanks in as well, and just see if we can win there before, well, looks like one of the tanks just surrendered, the other one's going to surrender now too. So we will not be rescuing them. Very unfortunate, but that doesn't change the fact that we got to take the port. Yeah, we just lost 4 divisions, guys. Yeah, here's Finland. They've advanced into Leningrad. Seems that they've had some success all across the front, and that's largely due to the fact that the Soviets are fighting on so many different fronts. Yeah, that is a huge loss for us, guys. Let's have them attack across the river, just lock them down so this paratrooper unit can get over there. Yeah, losing those 3 divisions was significant, guys. So a real shame. We do have some air experience that we can spend. Either on our last paratrooper one, the best of the best, increasing the breakthrough and soft attack, or on an air doctrine. You know, let's get the air superiority one. So we'll invest in that. Trying to help us out, gaining control of the skies over the battlefields where we're fighting. So yeah, still having success sinking the convoys, but not as much as we were. Looking at Turkey, they're still holding out. That's one location where we might have to send troops. Struggling to win here, but we might take that province over. But really, I'm just continuing that fight to help out with the defense. I want these guys to leave here. Let's go grab this victory point. It's only worth 1, but still victory point. And you know what? Let's take this location. Taking that would be significant as well. You know what? Let's grab that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and attack there, and then we'll have this unit come over here and grab that province for us. Oh, this guy will support this attack. Looking for other areas where we can advance. I'm not seeing anything, guys. And the Italian front has officially stalled out. Not having much happen there. Let's go after this victory point. The goal here is to force the capitulation of France in today's episode. So we won't do any further attacks up here until after the French capitulate. Why fight the divisions when they'll be losing here soon? So we don't need to do this anymore because we did get that paratrooper unit over there. Yeah, not much we can do over here. We could attack this guy so that the tank can take that province. Almost got this victory point, and the goal would be to just kind of sweep over here and grab that one. Even though we do risk getting ourselves cut off here. And we need to get a win somewhere here. So you know what, let's attack here to lock that unit down so we can take this province over. That still wouldn't cut them off though. You'd have to take this one, and you gotta wait until that Alpine unit leaves. We got some decision available here. I think that's because we finally got the experience to enact some of these decisions here at the top, since it requires the 15 experience. Some of these we know we'll never be using. Against Yugoslavia, Lithuania, Greece, the Roman Republic, pretty much all these here, maybe Spain, and certainly the Soviet Republic might use that as well. Still getting the bonus against the French. Or you know what, actually we might not be. It's just because that's available. That's just telling us that we're on a cooldown before we can do it again. I don't recall how long it lasted, but it's probably up by this point. Alright, so tank moving forward, grabbing all these victory points. Certainly exposed to being cut off, but once they capitulate, it'll be kind of irrelevant, because all this territory will be in our control. Alright, so we're grabbing that province, should get a victory there. We've taken that one as well. Okay, so having some success on that front. Over here, it looks like we will be forced to retreat. Let's just go ahead and do so now. We need additional divisions in this area anyways. And let me see over here if there's anything we can do. So I'd love to try and get this unit pushed back, and then we'll cut off that guy. I could also take over this province. Let me just see if he would win there. He would. Okay, so we need to continue to bring these divisions over here. And that alert there was letting us know that there's an incoming raid, a facility strike on Franken. We did get these units here cut off and destroyed. So we'll be making some movement around here, but what I think we're going to do is have these units attack this province here. Can they get in there? They can. And then maybe just support with all of them as well. We'll let that guy rest a bit. Take that location over. It's not a supply hub, but it does have an air base, and it is a victory point. And then if you win here, you get, you know, one unit cut off. So it helps. Let me take a look at these guys here. They can be deployed. All right, excellent. Because we need to send them to their army so they can get over here and help cover these ports, because I don't think we have quite enough divisions for covering those, and they'll continue to train up as well. Of course, if we got attacked while they're training, then, you know, they'd probably lose. So I'm surprised we're actually able to win here. But there's a French unit about to cut us off. I was kind of expecting that. But the key here is taking these victory points to force the French to capitulate, and then that division doesn't even matter anymore. So let's just take a look at how close they are. Remember, they're all the way down here at the bottom. They're 97% towards capitulation. So just taking over this one worth 10 victory points should hopefully be enough, guys. If not, maybe we have to take that one. Could stop this attack here. You know what? We need to focus the light tanks a bit more on areas we can actually advance. And we got a bunch of weird fronts over here, don't we? Let's take these guys and have them come over here. Just get rid of that, since we've had any trouble advancing here, but have them help us out on this front. I think that would be the better way to do it. They're attacking us here now. About to take that air base over. And still nothing to really do up on this front. Just defend this location, attack that one, hopefully get into France here from the other direction. We'll take a look at the situation here. Still winning there, and it looks like this has turned yellow. Excellent. That guy's still on the retreat currently. And then over here, we've gotten this province. So let's see if we can't now cut off that one unit there. And then we'll also want to bring some troops in here. Maybe bring that guy there and this guy over here. And hopefully should get the victory there as well. That one's looking pretty good. We need to take care of that incoming raid, don't we? So that's going to be over here. Quite loud when you zoom in that close. They're going to attempt to strike our aerodynamics and avionics facility. Chance to repel the raid is only 30.6. That's because we don't have anybody assigned here. You know, these are just the transport planes, which I was planning on doing a drop into Italy once we finish up with France. That's why I moved them over here. Might move them a little bit closer. I don't know what the range there is going to look like, but we need to bring some fighters in here. Since we're not doing anything here at the moment. What we'll do is we'll move these fighters into this region to protect that. And then with these close air support, I suppose we'll move them into southern France, because you see that we're actually not doing as well here as we were. It's now yellow, so we're looking at 53 point. I didn't see what the decimal there was, but we don't have control is what matters. So we'll try and get control. Let's go and lock down this guy, since I'm going to see if I can't get him cut off. Tanks did win here, so they're continuing to advance up along the coast. About to be cut off though. That's okay. We're about to take that province, so when we take this one here, that'll cut off any units in this area. That one's undefended, so we'll go ahead and attack there. And I don't know why that guy's attacking. I must have sent him there. I assume it was undefended. I think that's what happened. This province is undefended. You know what? Let's go here, because then we'll cut off that unit there. We've got a river here for defense, so at least there's that. But yeah, not much that we can do across the front there. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to hold out here. They didn't take that province for whatever reason. I'm going to see if I can't send somebody to defend. But yeah, that's no longer going so well. Sending an additional division here. So let's go and assist here. And really hope we get the win there to cut off another division. We took this province here, but we need to get some more units over there to actually defend it. And we finally took the port. So at least those men's sacrifice wasn't for nothing. We took the port over. So losing those 3 divisions, obviously a very high cost. At least we got a victory out of it. But once we finish up the training of these tanks, which I am going to let them train up, because those are the combat bonuses they get are significant for the experience, so you do want to get it if you can. So I'm going to attack these guys so they can't get out. How long will it take this unit to get here? 5 hours. Okay, so I don't think anybody will get over there in time. It's going to advance right here. But another huge bonus that the French currently have, with it being later in the war, is that they don't capitulate as quickly. Normally you only have to take Paris and then they capitulate. They are fighting for much longer than they usually do. Their stability and war support are very high. And so typically you don't have to do much to get the French to capitulate, but that has not been the case in this one. And so we're having to conquer a lot more of their country. And this tank is now vulnerable, so let's try and get them out of there. And that was not going to work, just because they are completely cut off. So now we need to take these provinces over here, and then let's go and destroy this unit. We'll have this guy grab the province behind, and so this guy only needs to go to that location. These units here are cut off. These are all French units, so they were going to get destroyed anyways once they capitulated. And I'm really surprised that hasn't happened yet. I guess we didn't take that 10-pointer there, but they're currently at 98%. So we increased it by 1%, guys. That is it. Luckily got an allied division over there to help us hold that province. Let's go and stop these guys from moving over here. Maybe. And then we'll see if we can't, hold the gains that we got here, but not looking good. Over here we did cut this unit off though, so that's great. So some good news. We're going to take that province. We also took this victory point over, but the unit's a little too weak to do anything else. So now let's try and we'll let this guy leave, and then we'll try and cut those 2 divisions off by getting the win there. But what we'll have to do is keep these guys here. So hopefully they're all still there by the time that unit leaves. And then over here, I don't know if there's much we can do. At least these units we know are never getting out as long as we hold that port. But until we get more divisions available, we're kind of limited and won't be able to do much over there. Once the French capitulate, everything else gets easier, because we'll have all those extra divisions. And that should hopefully be soon. They got a unit over here and that stopped us from moving. Let's go and take this location. And he'll take this one. I don't know why these guys are leaving here. Looks like a lot of them are attempting to So what we want to do is have these guys all assigned to this location. There's still somebody else. Oh, it's this guy. Because that province will be taken quite soon. So we got the improved air launch torpedoes, excellent. So those are for our naval bombers. We're already working on the medium aircraft. We need to get the new transport planes as well. I think we're going to move to some other stuff because there's a lot of things we still need to get. So we're good here on all these techs for now. The industrial techs, these are 1941s, but we do need to get the fuel refining. So let's use another research slot here because this one's going to take 52 days. So let's go and get the anti-air. Use that artillery manufacturer for it. Now let's bring these guys over here. We've got plenty of troops to take care of that for us. Let's go and let this guy leave, I think. Yeah, he'll be gone in just a few hours. And we'll get that guy rescued with this tank unit. Again, avoiding the Spanish border I was attempting to, but looks like we've already gotten on there. So what you want to do if you're going to be here is try and get as much of this territory as we can before the Spanish defend it. Now over here, probably not going to do anything. We'll just wait till the French capitulate. Just going to take this location over. Again, it should be very soon. I've been fighting hard and for a long time. We did defend that location successfully. Excellent. There we go. So the French Commune has finally capitulated. They fought hard. They did not just give up and let us have it. So that means we now need to get these Italian, British, and Soviet divisions destroyed and just take advantage of the Spanish border being undefended for as long as we possibly can. So we'll put any paratroopers on that. These guys would go this way. We don't want to attack across the river. We'll try not to anyways. Then you need to stretch out these fronts here. It seems like the Purple Army doesn't have any orders yet. So I think we want to split them up. We don't want them all going over there, that's for sure. So let me just take the ones that aren't already on that front. Probably have them come over here just to help take care of this part of Italy. Maybe have them go something like this. Maybe even stretch this out a bit further. So to help us out with that, we'll send all of them over here. Though I would like to send some additional divisions to take care of this. That gets us up to 14 because there aren't any French divisions here anymore. So hopefully we should be able to take care of this, you'd think. And they're all cut off. Let's make sure they don't get those fortified provinces. See if we can get there first. He's going to get there in 1 day and 16 hours. We'll get there in 22 hours. All right, excellent. And we're going to have to attack these troops on the forts. There's no way around it. It's going to have to get done. But at least the French units aren't there anymore. So just having the tanks and the paratroopers cover this front for now, but eventually Manstein is going to do that. That's going to be his job. But we need to obviously take care of that little pocket there and then also help out here. And then once those tasks are done, then we'll move them. Now, I'm not entirely sure where all these tanks are going, but I don't want them all going to these fronts. So I'll move them over to here. And also make sure that we have planning bonuses for when they are here. That they're just sitting around, at least they're getting a bonus there. Alright, so that looks pretty good. Just gotta let all of our troops get to their locations. And we are defending here, though I don't know how long we'll successfully defend that. Yeah, we need more troops over there, guys. Gots to get more troops. Let me take a look at this front real quick. Alright, so clearly that's not going to work out. So now we're just covering these gains that we got. If we could help out here, it's just the lack of supply. But yeah, if you could help out here, cut off these units, which was really what I was trying to do there. That was the whole goal. was to get those guys cut off. So I think these guys are now cut off. I don't think they can retreat across here. So we want to get those destroyed. Also, let's attack over here. And then we'll attack that guy just to lock him down temporarily. And then let's take a look at the situation here. So, of course, those units got out of there because I wasn't paying attention to what was going on. So let's bring an additional unit over here. You know, this guy can also help out with that task. Alright, so let's go and dip back over to these fronts and see what we can do over here. So we did win in that mountain province just because he had just arrived. So I'm going to push forward here and just take as much of the Spanish territory over as possible. I was going to wait to do Spain, but you know, if we can get them destroyed, or at least advance and take a lot of territory, then might as well. So we did finish up this focus finally. That got us a civilian factory, military factory, and also some additional resources. So now that we're at war with a major country, we have a ton of different options available. So we can get the innovative warfare. This branch is open up. So a lot of great bonuses for our economy there. And then the rest of the military focuses are now open as well. And so there's a lot of fantastic options there. And we still haven't finished up with the Air Force focuses either. And I think we are going to get this one here. Gives you a lot of bonuses. And I think we probably will replace the Chief of the Air Force here once we get that guy unlocked. But yeah, you get a bunch of other bonuses as well. It is a 70-day focus, so it'll take us a little while to get that. But I did forget to put that new equipment on our naval bombers. We got the torpedo, the medium torpedo mountings. I think that's the only change we need to make here. So let's go and get that production line updated. We are short on rubber and tungsten. I did start building something to take care of that. Yeah, we have a few of these constructing, so that'll get us the rubber problem solved. However, the problem with the tungsten, again, is just because of the trade routes. And that efficiency has been improved. And we don't need to trade for as much chromium. So that'll get us back one of our factories. We need to move the planes out of southern France. We don't really need them for these two areas here. So we're going to split these up between these three regions. The Alpine region, have a few in southern France, and then also sending some to northern Iberia. And once we finish up with France, then we'll move those extra planes into this area, since having some air supports would be quite helpful. Alright, so let's go and take over as many of these mountain provinces as we can, because you know it's going to be far more difficult to advance there once they're actually defending that location. And then we want to get a win here as well. You know, we'll see if we can't defeat this unit here. So just waiting for a lot of these troops to get over to their fronts. And that's clearly not going to work, so we'll stop that. Yeah, I don't know any of this is going to work out now, guys. We're just basically suffering from attrition because, yeah, we can't do anything here. We are winning in both of these two locations, but those guys are now on the move since we lost our attack on them with the intention of locking them down. And we should get that win as well. Just take a look here, make sure we're defending effectively. Look like we're okay. Yeah, they're not pushing forward anywhere there. Excellent. And then over here, we got to that location, so that's good news. Yeah, we're going to wait to do any further attacks there. Let's finish up southern France. These guys are actually defending this port. So it looks like some Soviets were attempting to come into the port before they capitulated. Okay, the Spanish are now onto their borders. So we have officially activated them. So we're going to continue to try and take as much of this as we can. So those guys are going that way, so we'll go over here. Though we do want to stop this guy. I don't know if I can get over there in time. Probably not. Nah, 17 hours. So we'll go this way, and that'll keep them cut off so that somebody can destroy them. I guess we'll do that with this guy. And then maybe have this guy come over here and take that province behind them. So that tank unit has been cut off, so let's get him destroyed. And we just need to take this one province over so we can send these tanks over to here now. So I feel like all these infantry units that we have over here should be able to get the job done. Let's go and attack over there, just lock those guys down so they can't get over to these undefended locations. Just lock them down until we get some more troops over here. So I think that's the last attack we have here in southern France now. That one probably is also being assisted by the planes in southern France. So we actually defeated that guy pretty quickly. Alright, so we're going to take over these locations here. Tanks still moving forward. Let's see if I can't get over to this location before they do. We cannot, so we'll just have to defend there. Getting a lot of ace pilots promoted. Alright, so it's going to take this location before they get somebody else over there, and they are pushing forward over here, so that's not good. And I'm not sure what this guy's doing. He should be coming over here. I don't think we have any fronts for the paratroopers over there, do we? Still trying to finish up that location. Get that unit destroyed. Yeah, they are advancing here, and it looks like they might be able to reconnect this tank unit here. And we can't get him destroyed soon. It looks like they're almost there. There we go. Alright, so we at least wiped them out. So even if they do get that reconnected, it doesn't matter. We also got that cav unit destroyed. I'm not seeing any other obvious attacks there for us to do. Let's go and attack this guy though. And we'll take these two and push forward into that province while he'll support this attack. So we can get that unit wiped out. And maybe, oh, there's the river penalty here. I was going to say attack over that way. Try and get more divisions cut off. We're already in October. Remember, once winter comes, advancing into that Soviet territory is going to be significantly more difficult. So we could increase the hardness for our mechanized, which is really just in our medium tanks, or we can get the breakthrough for the trucks. You know, I think we will get the hardness here. Does mean we'll have to get that line updated. I think this is just the decisions that we already know about. Alright, so hopefully we can get a few more provinces taken over before they get onto these borders. Like taking over that airbase would be key. And you know what? Let's attack here. See if we can't get the win. Alright, so the Purple Army's over here. We'll let that guy advance. Let's take over these territories behind him. Might be better to let this division get in here before we do that attack. Although we will need to spend another unit over here to keep those guys locked down. Yeah, so we'll do that. We can send these guys into there. And we'll also attack across the river here, so that these guys can get across the river and take over that air base. We'll send this guy too. So having pretty good success across this front. Somebody should be taking that over soon. Let's go and have this guy push forward there. Looks like they're leaving this area. It's a mistake on their part. Let's go ahead and grab that location since it's across the river. Otherwise it would be difficult to get that. And then this guy would go across the river as well. Now we did win here, excellent. Let's bring the tank in. So I'm surprised with the success that we're having here. I didn't think it would take them this long to get troops over here to cover this this territory, but it's taken them a while. We got a few, but not nearly enough. These guys here are just rotating around, so let's just get them defeated. I know we could try and cut them off here first, but really it's about speed. Alright, so I did miss that opportunity. Okay, so we're gonna have to attack here. I gotta leave in 8 hours, we'll just let them leave. Because yeah, these troops are advancing over here. That guy's cut off, so let's go ahead and get him destroyed. Alright, and then we'll take over this province here and keep on advancing if they want. Just getting themselves in further trouble. We did win that. That was supposed to just lock them down, but we actually got a victory there. We can go ahead and stop this attack here now. I don't care what those units do. Might be able to win here. The front is kind of extending quite a bit for the Green Army. And maybe we can win there to cut off those 4 divisions. I'll free up a lot of troops since the front would decrease in size. And looks like our allies are still doing this attack here with no success thus far. We also destroyed that unit, excellent, and we took over this province here. We can go after this one next. Make sure we got somebody over there to cover our rear. So I'm seeing a few things we need to take care of. First of all, we have a notification from one of our experimental facilities. Okay, so this is the aerodynamics and avionics facility. So we got some increased theoretical knowledge. So just got some experience from that. All right, excellent. Also, one of our generals here. This is Wittelsbahn, commander of the Green Army. He just got a new trait. He has the infantry leader, so we can get him the infantry expert or the ambusher. I must always get the expert to get the increased division attack for the infantry units. Let's look at this front here. Looks pretty good. We're not losing on that front. That's all we want to see there. And you know what? Let's go ahead and lock this unit down while we get up behind them with the paratrooper. And then the tanks are going to push further forward. These guys will as well. Let's go ahead and make sure that these guys don't win here, and that this unit doesn't get out of here. Seems the Italians are attempting to send some troops into the port there, but I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, because it seems like there's still divisions in the port. Yeah, that's kind of weird. You sometimes see some weird things like that. And I still got the wrong dude attached here. We want to have this guy come over here and grab those 2 provinces for us. And then let's go ahead and cut off these guys from being able to effectively evacuate unless they did it through the port. Let's go and attack here. Just trying to push forward at this point. Seeing if there's any other areas where we could advance. Let's go and lock these guys down. And then we'll get across the river here. So I'll lock this unit down as well. Because once we get to about here, then the Purple Army can focus exclusively on the Spanish front, and we'll probably also move the tanks out unless we're still advancing here. I just expected them to get some units over here to stop me, but that's not been the case. Not thus far. I'm fine with them taking that province. It cuts off this unit, but it'll make it easier to get the ports, and it won't reconnect them because we're going to grab these other provinces to thicken this front up. So unfortunately we do have to end today's episode here. I want to take a look, see if we rescued anybody. We did rescue this guy. Still working on getting Mussolini, and we still have to get this guy rescued as well from the Soviets. But we could move him, and I think she was in France, or she was one of the ones doing the rescuing. So you gotta get these 2 agents assigned. So the French guy, we should probably send him to Spain. And you know what, we could really use some assistance here in Yugoslavia, since we're actually, trying there, at least a little bit. Seems the Turks are now starting to have more difficulty. Yeah, we've got to get more troops over there, guys. But they've almost finished up with the conquest of Syria. And then there's a bit more territory they'll have to attack, get conquered. And then they'll be able to send those divisions to the other fronts. And so hopefully that'll help stabilize them. We made a lot more progress here on the Soviet front than I was expecting, because it wasn't really the focus for our army at the moment. So we're making some progress here. Probably won't get this far by winter where we could cut off these troops here. Make it a bit easier for the Turks. And then also I'm not entirely sure if we'll be able to do anything over here. We just don't have the troop numbers. We've got to finish up with these other fronts, particularly this one here. Finish up in Italy, and then we're making great progress in Spain. So we should be able to get them wrapped up soon too. And that'll free up a lot of units. We did sink some submarines there. I think our planes played a large role, our naval bombers. And then, of course, as usual, lots of convoys have been sunk throughout here. So having great success there with our submarines. Also bombed some Soviet subs there. One of them was almost sunk, though perhaps that was the one that was sunk. And that was just a earlier battle where you did the damage to them. And we continue to sink some convoys throughout this front, helping out the Japanese, which a lot of back and forth here. Japan has advanced in some areas while our enemies have advanced in others. It's a large front that they have to cover. It does seem that they're mostly winning just based on the battle bubbles. There's a lot of green. I don't know if they've done any invasions yet. Look like they haven't, but they also have this frontier in Indochina, and they've taken a few provinces before the French were able to get troops over here to defend it. But now it looks pretty good for them, which this is all that France has outside of Africa. And in Africa, Ethiopia is still holding out. So that's good to see. I really thought they were going to be defeated. How about South Africa? So South Africa has advanced a little bit. Took over a couple provinces here and there. But I'm glad to see that we haven't lost Africa just yet. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.